Today, we're going to be going over the 2024 Reseller spreadsheet by Jason Hayes. I've been using this sheet for a couple of years now and absolutely love it. Today, we're going to go over how I set up that sheet and hopefully show you how you can set it up as well. There is a link where you can download this sheet. If you use David 2024, you'll get a discount on that as well. This year, there's 3 different sheets, a basic, a premium, and a creator sheet. Jason's Etsy store has all the details on the differences of each one of those sheets. They all do something a little bit different. For premium reseller spreadsheet, what's up 3 Palms? What's up Vanessa? We're starting. We're going over the spreadsheet today. So the first thing that's going to happen when you download it, and I highly recommend, is you can go to Jason's YouTube channel and you can actually watch some demos, him going through the spreadsheet in great detail, way more detail than I'm going to go through today. So I'd highly recommend you watch this if you're new to the spreadsheet. All right, so assuming that you've already downloaded the sheet, that's what he's telling you here. Hey, Jason, thanks for the spreadsheet. It's awesome. Appreciate you. The very first thing that you're going to come across at the bottom of this opening page, which is the start page. I don't know if we can see it right here, but right down here, start page, is that you're going to see a platform, expenses, stores, and categories. And basically on this page here, you want to populate in your information. So what platforms are you going to sell on? Maybe you just sell on eBay. That's all you would type in here is eBay. Maybe you sell on eBay, Mercari, Posh, whatnot. What you're going to want to do is list your platforms in the importance of what you sell. So for me, I'm going to do eBay and whatnot in that order, and then all my other platforms are going to get filled in, right here. So that's what we're going to do first. Platforms here. For me, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go to my old spreadsheet and kind of just see what I've got. So I've got eBay, whatnot. Okay. And I'm going to fill them in. So we've got eBay, whatnot, my booth. We're going to actually change this. Posh, my booth, Facebook, and then I just do online. I'm pretty sure that's what I've got. Let me just double check. Whatnot, online, Posh. Yes. Okay. Hey, look who's it, Buried. I can't believe you stuck around this long. All right, so that's what we're going to do in our very first thing is platforms. And the reason we're filling it out here is we're going to jump ahead. Down below, there's a platform tab. If you click on that, you're going to see, based on the information that I just filled in, it automatically populates the tabs in all the other sheets. Okay. Yeah, some of these tabs aren't going to, the basic isn't going to have some of this information. The basic is, we'll get to some of the stuff in the basic. I was talking about that a little bit earlier, Sheila, that some of the stuff isn't going to be in all the tabs. Buried. Oh, here we go. All the gifts. I appreciate you, Buried. All right. Next up is expenses. So things that fall under your expense category, packing paper, supplies, support, education, that sort of thing. That's what we're going to put here. I appreciate you, Barry. Thanks. And again, for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my old sheet and just do a copy and paste from my current expense tab. I've got it all here. So I'm going to copy these from my current expense tab. I've got it all here. So I'm going to copy these. If you have any questions, you can ask them along the way. I will do my best to answer them. Now you can see it copied in from my other one. So all I'm going to do is grab one of the other ones and just kind of edit this out. And now, same thing. If I go to my expense tab at the bottom, all those should be copied over. There they are. Look at that. So basically what we're doing, again, is just setting up our spreadsheet to be able to use throughout the year. All right, next one is stores. So this is places that you shop. So maybe you shop consistently at the same stores. This is where you'd enter them. So again, maybe we shop at the Goodwill. Maybe we shop at local thrift. Maybe we shop at estate sales, garage. Oop. Maybe we shop at estate sales, garage. Oop. Which is going to start showing you the breakdown of where you buy things and what they sell for. If you haven't seen this tab, I'll show it to you on my current sheet. It's going to break it down. So you can see from this first store, units sold 610, total sales from that store 16,000, average sale price $27, total profit, average per profit. So it breaks everything down. This might be helpful for you in the sense that you might be thinking that by shopping at store A, you're getting all the best deals and they're your quickest flips and you're making a ton of money. Well, if you lay all that out and start looking at it, you might find out that that store is actually a really stinker and you only made like 116 bucks from it or something like that. So just keep that in mind. Tons of information in this sheet. Felix, we are going over the 2024 reseller spreadsheet. All right, back to the setup page. And then the last one here is categories. So again, how you want to break your information down. For me, it's, for example, men's shirts, men's pants, women's shirts, women's pants, sweatshirts, hoodies, golf clubs, electronics, that sort of thing. What type of categories do you want? Jaylicious, I appreciate that. Thank you. What's the difference between the levels? Want to order the right one. Jen Meets World, best thing to do is go through that link, and right on Jason's page, he talks about the 3 levels on his Etsy page before you order. That's going to be your best approach. I don't sell it. Another reseller, Jason Hayes' spreadsheet, he sells it. But if you click my little face up in the left-hand corner there, and you click my link tree, the 4th link down is the link to this spreadsheet. If you use David24, you will get a discount to download either the premium sheet or the creator spreadsheet. And that's what we're going over. We're actually looking at the premium right now. You're very welcome. So again, for me, I have categories already in my current sheet. So I'm going to sneak over to my current sheet and I am going to copy my current categories. So you can see here I have sporting goods, men's shirts, tools, pants, sweaters, etc. For me, I'm just going to do a copy and then I'll head back to the 24 sheet and I'm going to do a paste. And there we go. We've got them in here. So we've got our platforms, our expenses, our stores, and our categories all filled out. And the easiest thing to do to make sure these all take is, again, if you go to your stores, you'll see it copied over. If you go to categories, you'll see that it has copied over into each one of these. I got the premium. Awesome. It's me, Deb. That's the one that we're working on right now, the premium. So now we've got all the stores set up. East Code David. Hey, I appreciate that, Jason. Yes, you get 10% off right now. Let's go. Okay, so now that we've got all this information, we can head to our inventory tab. Now, if you have a current spreadsheet, we're going to go over that, Jaylicious, right now. We're going to go over that. I'll show you how to do it. A current spreadsheet's very easy to do, right? If we're in the inventory tab, all we have to do is go to our current active tab. It's named something a little bit different, but it's the same concept. And you can copy and paste this information over into the 2024 sheet. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do a couple of rows here. But if we just do a straight copy, and then we go over to 24 sheet and we do a paste, it's going to copy and paste all our inventory into the new sheet here. So it's pretty simple if you've used it before. One step to do it. All right, now here's the thing. If you do not, let me undo that so that we don't have any inventory in here. If you are brand new to the spreadsheet and you don't have any inventory entered, a lot of people think they have to manually go and enter all your inventory. You can do that, but I'm going to show you how you can get all your inventory from eBay and within a couple of steps, paste it over here. The first thing that we're going to want to do is head over to eBay, and up top here, you're going to want to go to reports and then downloads. And then it's going to tell you something here, but you can just say, okay. All right. Yeah, I think this is where a lot of people are. They've got the sheet. They don't have anything entered in there. It's their first time using the sheet, that sort of thing. So again, hop over to eBay, go to reports and downloads. And then you're going to see here a little tab that says download reports. That's what we're going to want to click on. And then a pop-up comes up and it says select report source. So if you click on this, will the 24 work for my 23 data? Amy, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, but if you mean, can you copy your 2023 inventory over into your 2024 spreadsheet? The answer is yes. All you'd have to do is go to your 23 sheet on this inventory tab in your 23 sheet, copy your inventory over, and then go to your 24 sheet and you can copy and paste it in there, just like so. I don't know if that's exactly what you were asking. If not, just add a little bit more detail. Okay, back to eBay here. So in this download report, we're going to say select report source, and then another little pop-up comes up, and you've got three options here: orders, listing, or marketing. We want listings. We want to get all our active listings. So we click on that, and you might see select report type comes up. Now that we select our listings, you can see this says listings. So now do select report type. And you've got two options: all active listings or all unsold listings. We don't care about unsold listings. What we care about is all our active listings. This is everything that we have for sale on eBay. We're going to select that, and you're going to see here's all the information that it's going to bring over: item number, title, eBay. We're going to select that, and you're going to see here's all the information that it's going to bring over: item number, title. Okay, that was quick. It's already done. You can see we've got it complete. Mine just downloaded, so I'm gonna go open my download that it did. Version question mark. What do you mean version question mark? And you'll see you get an entire sheet here. Some of this stuff, might look foreign, but that's okay. What we're really looking for is our title. I've just got to save this as a different document. Okay, save. And now I can open this up. So now we see that we've got our title here, right? So our title is going to be the same as our item title. So you're not going to be able to copy and paste the whole sheet from eBay as a whole into your 2024 reseller spreadsheet, but you can chunk it out so you don't have to type anything. So what we're going to do is go back over here, and if we want, we can go and highlight all our inventory. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to take a selection of it and then head back to our spreadsheet, and then we can copy and paste into this spreadsheet. So there, we just copied all our titles in here so that we've got everything from a title standpoint in here. Are you going to record this and post? Yes, I'm going to record it and edit it this weekend and post it up on YouTube. So it'll be on my YouTube channel. I will let you guys know when it's up there. Mine glitched as well. Where did it glitch, guys? Just let me know. I can go back. I want a spreadsheet for 23, but rather than buy a 23 version, and 24. Can I just use 24 for 23? Amy, I'm not going to say what you can and can't do, but if you watch what I'm doing, you can do it with any type of information. Okay, I keep getting calls. Yeah, no worries. I figured as much. Some people definitely asked to post this up somewhere, so I will do that. All right, so we've got our inventory copied over from our eBay sheet. If we go back to our eBay sheet, you'll have to scroll through some of these, but you'll see which titles are which and which ones we need to copy over. So one of the big things is if you scroll all the way over to the right, you get start date. So you can highlight, again, I'm not going to copy them all. I'm just going to do a small sample for this. So that start date. And then you can come back to, right, our date listed and paste it in there. Now the format's going to be a little bit different, so you might have to edit your formatting for these. Or your date listed, it might not matter to you. Units, again, you can pull this from the eBay sheet, but for me, the majority of my stuff is 1. I think I have video games, 1 or 2 video games that have 2 in there. But again, you can copy and paste. No, so within eBay, they will track the date of which the item was listed. Technically, it's your Autoposh relist date because it's a brand new item. The item was listed. Technically, it's your Autoposh relist date because it's a brand new item. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I think we're doing the same things, just different columns right now. So then we've got in eBay, right? We've got our custom SKU label. So again, we can copy that column and head back over to our spreadsheet. In this case, it's our bin location, and we're going to paste that in. Now, the one area that it doesn't copy over from eBay, because unless you're storing this some way, but where you bought the item isn't going to be able to get copied over, or your category isn't going to be copied over, right? So you would have to fill these out if you wanted to utilize this information. And then same thing with cost. Unless you're putting it somewhere in the eBay sheet, it's not going to carry over. You're going to have to go in and enter that information. But in terms of the inventory, your dates, your units, your bins, all that you can copy from that eBay download. And actually, this information's really, really useful too. The other thing, so that's how we can get the majority of our information from our eBay listings over into our reseller spreadsheet without having to type out every single title. Okay, does that make sense what we've got there? Let's take a quick time out and go over that. Each year works only for the current year, so it would work for that year. It's discounted right now, and you still get another 10% off for this code. Yeah, the 2023 sheet is definitely discounted. Can you talk about whatnot area on the spreadsheet? Yep, we're going to get to that. But right now, we're focusing on filling out our inventory. I'm going to go tab by tab, and we'll eventually get to the whatnot tab on the creator sheet. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so here's the other thing that I want to show you guys. If you're not aware, if you ever need to download all your sales history from eBay, you can do the same thing. So if you go to reports, and download, hey, we just got a new offer, guys. And then same thing that we did before. Nikki, what's going on? And then we're going to go to download. And then same thing that we did before. Nikki, what's going on? And then we're going to go to download orders, and it's going to tell you everything that it's going to download. So you can go and track it. And if you this is basically your year-end sales report. But a lot of people don't know that you can get this information. So that's how you would do it. You would go and you would go within eBay, download reports, and run what I just did. How does this sheet? Hey Gary, appreciate the follow. Is anyone else stream freezing or is it just me? Mine is too. Everyone. I'm late. Hey, I'm sorry it's freezing. I think you guys hopefully are getting the gist of what's going on. It's going to be recorded and put up over on YouTube, so I apologize for that. I'm showing a good connection on my end, so my guess is it's our lovely TikTok app. Okay, so yeah, I know. You gotta love it. So now that we've got all our inventory entered in here, depending on whether you're copying it over from a spreadsheet, the 2023 spreadsheet, or if you're bringing it over from eBay, you can, you know, on the eBay side, chunk it out to get most of the information into your inventory sheet. From there, you've got your sales tab. Again, this will be for 24, so we don't have any sales to enter in here. So this will end up being blank. And then a lot of the tabs that we go through next are just going to be basically summed up from our sales tab on a go-forward basis. So we've got our daily sales. This is going to show you every day of the year what you had in total sales. And then on our monthly tab, it's going to take those sales and break them down: sales per day, units sold per day, average sales price, total profit, profit margin, yada, yada, yada. Ton of information here for you to look at. One of the biggest things that I did from this sheet is it kind of opens your eyes up to, you know, those months that are really good sales and not, and you can track what's going on, when the ups and downs are, your return on investments, right? Sometimes we think we're doing a lot better than we actually are. The sheet and the numbers don't lie type of thing. And then on our yearly tab, you've got sheet and the numbers don't lie type of thing. And then on our yearly tab, you've got, and then this is a new page for the 2024 spreadsheet. So I can't go into great detail on this because I haven't had a chance to actually go through and use it yet. But profit and loss statements. So basically it's going to take your expenses from the other tabs that we've entered. You can see that it's already carrying in my expenses that we entered in earlier, and going to calculate that for us. And then our platform tabs, basically it's going to take those platforms that we entered in the beginning of the setup, eBay, whatnot, Posh, so on and so forth, and it's going to break it down by month so that you can see your percent of sales, units sold, and then average sale price here. And then stores we kind of already went over. As you start selling, it's going to show you your total sales, average sales price, profit, and additional breakdowns for each store. Same thing with categories. We went over that in the beginning. And then we're coming up on one of my favorite sections or tabs on this sheet is the bin sheet. This is basically a free inventory sheet. So if you are using the bin system, it's going to track how many items you have in, say, bin A, bin C, bin X, whatever you name your bins. Yeah, give me 1 second, Emily. I'll go back to that. And it'll track it here. So I'll show you my bin system on my current sheet because obviously there's nothing set up on the new sheet. But if we go to the bins on my 2023 sheet, you can see in bin A, I have 11 items. What's going on, KOA? I appreciate that. Bin B has 12, C has 11, so on and so forth throughout. So this can be really, really helpful in doing spot inventories. As you can see, I inventoried these bins back in April. I inventoried these bins back in June, these in April. And it just makes sure that you've got the right number of items in each bin and can really help you at the end of the year if you're into doing inventory. Some people aren't, but I am. All right, back to the expense tab. Is that what we had asked for? P&L. So if I go all the way back to the beginning of the sheet, here's what my expense tab looks like for setting up. So I've got support, boxes, packing supplies, tools, shipping, education, fees, software, improvements, advertisements, and then donations. And it's going to be different for everybody, right? Some people might not have any software. They're not doing anything with software. Or they might lump fees and, I don't know, something else together. But I like to be very detailed in my reporting. Love the bin tracking. Yeah, I like the bin tracking as well. It really helps with inventory if you do inventory regularly. And it helps at the end of the year. If you do it a couple times throughout the year, it just makes it super simple. Emily, is that what you were looking for? Hopefully, support can be anything that you want it to be. I'm not going to go into the specifics of what mine are, but it can be what you. Yes, thank you. Okay, cool. Are your fees your platform selling fees? No, Jason, they are not. My platform selling fees are part of your sheet. Fees might be, hey, I'm gonna set up at my booth for a special market day, and it's gonna cost me $25 to set up for the weekend. That would go in there. Or hey, I'm doing something at a flea market or something like that. That could fall under fees. Again, these are going to be different for everybody. I would guess most people, like, as you can see, I have boxes and shipping supplies and packing. Boxes and packing supplies separate. For some people, they might just have them together. For me, I just want extra detail for them. And then for some people, they might just have them together. For me, I just want extra detail for them. And then I've shipping. This is more along the lines of somebody's reaching out to me to buy something, and it's going to cost me money to ship the item to them. So that's why I've got the shipping one here. How much is in depth you want to track? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? For some people, expenses might just be like shipping supplies, I don't know, education maybe, and software, something like that. You might only have 3 or 4 items here. Okay, I think that was answering the question. Pretty much as long as you don't mess with the formula so as you can narrow down. Yeah, I mean, here's just data entry. So this comes blank, right? There was nothing in here when we open the sheet up. So it's really what you want. I mean, you might just put in shipping supplies, right? And that's gonna cover your boxes, your packing paper, your bubble wrap, your tape, your foam, whatever, your poly bags, all that stuff would fall under here. The second one might be software, right? So you might pay for Poshmark, Autoposher, and you might pay for Vendu or some other software. There you go. You might have to pay, we're going to go fees, right? I'm just going to use Jason's spreadsheet as an example. Fees, his spreadsheet doesn't fall under anything else. So I'm just going to put it into fees and charge, list his spreadsheet under my fee section of this. Is this an added page for 24? This is the opening page. Yeah, this is yes. The short answer is yes. For 2024, this setup is different than the 2023 sheet. These tabs are in a different location on the 23 sheet. I think this is so much easier having it here because this literally sets up the rest of the sheet by taking the time to do it here versus tabbing through each tab and trying to figure out what you have to enter. It's all right here. When you're taking the time to do it here, versus tabbing through each tab and trying to figure out what you have to enter. It's all right here. When you pull in all those expense categories that we just listed on that front page, right? And again, everything's a drop down here. So if you haven't used this before, let's just pretend it's January 1st, 01. And we're gonna, hey, we have to order some packing supplies. Our total amount's gonna be $25. And note might be packing paper, right? So there, we just entered January, packing supplies, $25, packing paper. Look what it's gonna do. It's gonna enter this in over here. So boom, it starts tallying it, right? And then I'm just gonna go a little crazy for people who haven't seen this before. Come February, we're gonna order on the 20th some more packing supplies, and this time it's gonna be $125, and it's gonna be more paper. So now we've got 2 entries here, right? And now if we come over to our sheet, you can see that it's gonna start tracking on our sheet. And then if we were to add in, and then it also summarizes how much you spend per month. So let's say you had other fees here, it's going to tally all this up in our expenses. So this sheet becomes extremely helpful because it's going to show you how much you're spending on all those supplies, right? Whether it's packing paper, tape, shipping costs on other platforms, that sort of thing. Okay, next tab. Again, if you guys have any questions as we do this, you can ask them. I'm happy to answer what I can. Next tab's our mileage tab. So basically, this is set up. You'd enter your date, your beginning odometer, your ending odometer, and I believe it's going to tally how many miles you've driven, and then you can add notes in here. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a sheet that I modify 100%. So I can't go into great detail on this tracker because I don't use it this way. I use it a completely different way, but at the end of it, it's going to total your miles for the year. And some of you, I'll just answer the question, why do I modify it? I will show you why I modify it, because if you know me, I literally list by day, and each one of these are all the places that I go, and I just enter how many miles it is to and from each place, yada yada yada, right? So like going to my garage sale, my booth, different stores. So I literally enter this, and then I have my own tally down below. It'll tell me how many miles I've driven. So I just come in here every day and enter the miles that I drive to each of my locations. For me, it's just, that's how I am. I like greater detail than just a start and finish. But there's nothing wrong with this. You would just enter your date and then your start and finish, and it'll auto-calculate your miles. All right, next tab, brand new tab, which I'm super excited about because I use a different spreadsheet to track this stuff. This is our home expense tab, right? So if we're using our home office for electric, heat, internet, that sort of thing, phone, maybe we've got a phone, we can now go in and every month enter how much, you know, each one of these is. This is what I'm going to be using it for. I'm sure that, you know, there's 10 bills in here. You can use it for other things, but that's what I'm going to be using it for, to use for those expenses. So I'm pretty excited about this sheet here. Again, new sheet, so I don't know a lot about it, and as you can tell, I'm excited to use it. Next one, consignment tab. This is brand new for this year as well. So we're kind of looking at it at the first time together. But again, we're looking at year, month, platform, date it sold, item. So it's very similar to our other sheets. But instead of combining, say, our consignment stuff with all our other sales, it's going to break it out on its own. And it looks like you've got a breakdown over on the side, you know, their rate versus your profit that you're going to be making off those consigned sheets. So if you're doing consignment, it's going to break everything down for you. Copy and paste from the sales tab into this tab. Awesome. So it's the same layout as that sales tab. that we were looking at earlier, right here, your 2024 sales tab, we can copy those sales into this consignment tab, and it's going to populate all our information. Ooh, I like that, Jason. Nice. Okay, and there's some more info on the far right too. You're going to have your total fees, your profit and losses, your payout, profit, sales, and profit. Oh, nice. So it's going to do your payout and their payout, everything here. Very, very nice. I like it. I like it. What's going on, Kate? How are you? Frenchie's in the house. Hope you're doing well. We're just reviewing Jason Hayes' 2024 reseller spreadsheets here. And then I need to point this out. So I mentioned in the beginning, Jason has a YouTube video up which goes into great detail, much more detail than what I'm going in with the spreadsheet. But also this frequently asked questions tab, which is at all the way to the far right bottom tab. It will answer a lot of the questions that people have with this sheet, meaning, some of the what can I do, what can I do? And you can also see here, he's got a link. So, hey, am I able to search for a specific keyword so I can scroll, yada, yada, yada? Yes. Click here, and it's going to bring you right to that YouTube video that's going to talk about this. Same thing. Am I able to sort my columns? Yes. Head to the YouTube video right here, and it's going to talk about it. So don't be afraid to go into this frequently asked questions section. See if there's, a question here and a link to Jason's YouTube where he's going to go into the specifics of that question. Yeah, I need to set a time soon to watch his video. Yes, his videos are extremely, extremely helpful. If you haven't watched them, I highly recommend it because it's going to go, like I said, through each tab, what it is, what they do, why they do it, that sort of thing. Let's see. All right, that's everything for the premium spreadsheet. So now I'm going to jump over to the creator spreadsheet. And I'll quickly show you all the things that are the same and then some of the differences. Somebody's comments were filtered. All right, so we've got the same start page where we can put in our platforms, our expenses, and then you can see our stores and categories. But in addition, you've got a place for merch if you're selling merchandise, right? So we could put in our... our koozies, our stickers, our t-shirts, our hoodies, our coffee, our tumblers, whatever they happen to be, right? That's where that stuff's going to go in our merch. And then there's another tab here for creators. So, if you're creating content on TikTok or any other platform, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any of those, you can put in the creator tab here. Yes, Blue Collar. I'm going to download it, edit this probably over the next couple of days. I'll let everyone know when it's up on YouTube. Oh, pie graphs, pie charts, yes. So this is going to be very similar to what we entered on the other sheet in addition to these two sheets here. These two columns here. And then if we scroll through the bottom tabs, we've got our inventory tab, same as before. Here's where the differences come in. So now this is, again, the creator spreadsheet. So you've got to, if you're just jumping in, we've got two different sheets. We went over the premium sheet. We're now looking at the creator sheet. This is where one of the difference comes in. This is your online platform sales. So this is going to be, say, eBay, Posh, Macari, Depop, Grail. All those are going to go in here, right? The big difference, and then you're going to have a breakdown of those platforms, same as we saw before, is that this creator tab has a tab for Whatnot sales. So your Whatnot sales are going to be separate from your other sales, which is fantastic. So it's going to look very similar to what we know in terms of our sales tab, where we enter our year, our month, date sold, listed, title, sales price, what it cost, the fees for Whatnot, and then it's going to do some auto calculations here, your total fees and cost, and then profit and losses. And then we've got a couple things at the end here too, right? Shipping for our giveaways, because that comes out of the seller's pocket. Any tips that we receive, and then referrals for anybody that signs up under us. So I'm really I'm looking forward and happy that this tab's in here. Being a Whatnot seller, I think this is going to be fantastic. Just being able to break out the sales Whatnot separate from those online platforms. Yes, let's go, Chris. So you need creator sheet if you do Whatnot. It depends. You don't. No, I will say you don't. If you're okay with all your sales being combined together, then you don't need the creator sheet. For me, I wanted Whatnot sales to be completely different, separate from all the other sales, just so I can track Whatnot stuff separately. But like right now, my 2023 spreadsheet, which is the premium sheet, everything's mixed together. My Whatnot sales and all my online platform sales. So in addition to having, okay, yeah, then you probably want to look at the creator sheet if you're into doing them separate. It also has a tab for merchandise. So again, going back, right, if we're selling koozies, t-shirts, stickers, coffee, hoodies, whatever it happens to be, you can now enter all that information in here and track that separately as well. Again, this looks very similar to what we're used to when we enter our inventory. And then it's got a summary tab over on the side here as well. And then there's also another tab for our creator revenue. So again, enter the month, the category, meaning what platform you're making the money from, the amount. And again, it's going to summarize everything nice and neat over on the far right. So going from the premium to the creator, you basically go from 1 sales tab to 4 sales tab. And then also in the creator, you're going to see the same thing. Our daily sales, our monthly sales has a big change in Second Chance. This is what I was talking about. So now on our monthly sales tab, you're going to see Whatnot 100% broken out from our online platforms. They're completely separate from merch and completely separate from creator. So if you're looking to see everything broken out, then you're going to want to go with the creator one. And this is what I was talking about, is that having the Whatnot sales separate from our online platform sales. Our online platform sales, I call it watered down because, you can sell something on online sales platform for X amount and it sells for a completely different amount on Whatnot for different reasons, right? But that impacts all your average sales price, your rate of return, all that stuff across the board. And I think having it this way just makes the picture 100% clearer that, hey, I've got sales on Whatnot and they do this, and they're completely different than my sales on my online platforms. And then, yeah, to Trisha's point, on any of these pages, if you scroll down below, they're going to have either pie or bar charts that you can look at if you're into the graphics. And then on the year, this is going back, we're in the creator spreadsheet. It's going to show you year at a glance, your total revenue per platform, right? So we've got total revenue for Whatnot, your merch, platforms as a whole, creator, and then everything added together. And then here's that P&L statement, same thing that we were looking for looking at on the premium spreadsheet. It's also on this creator spreadsheet. Stores, obviously I didn't fill this in on the creator spreadsheet, but same thing that we saw over on the premium. Categories is the same. It also has the bin. It also has the expense. Also has the home office. Also has the mileage tracker. Also has consignment. And last but not least, it also has the frequently asked question section. So the big differences between the premium and the creator are having those additional sales tabs for Whatnot, merch, creator, and then how it breaks out that information from each one of those tabs. I should also point out that there is a disclaimer sheet in here, and just kind of says that Jason doesn't provide tax information, but if you are looking for any tax information, you know who to reach out to, the tax lady, Carol Ann. So make sure you pay her a visit if you have any tax questions. So there we have it. That's a quick look at setting up the 2024 reseller spreadsheets. What questions do you guys have that you haven't asked already? You didn't have to wait till the end. I'm going to flip this around and move you back over here so that I can answer any questions. And I think Jason's in here too. So if you have any questions, ask them now. Let's go. Yeah, even if it's your first time setting up the spreadsheet, it's probably going to take not an enormous amount of time. It's more of just figuring out what's what. It's really your first two tabs, setting them up. The introductory tab that has your platform expenses, store, and category on them, and then your inventory tab. Once those are set up, everything from there on over outside of your sales, right? When you have a sale, you have to enter into the spreadsheet. But everything beyond that automatically populates outside of your bins. You have to enter your set up your bin numbers. But then once you're entering your inventory, your bins will populate. Jason is here. So if you guys do have questions, feel free to ask. And if there aren't any, I'm going to, Jason, can you add whatnot to premium, or is it not a big deal to just do creator? How do you get it? It'll calculate it automatically, Jen. So the question is, how do you get it to calculate days sold, right? Like how long it took to sell. So let me show you on the current spreadsheet. As you can see here, there's no number, but when I put in, I'm just gonna make a date that I bought this, 10/30/23, and hit enter. You're gonna see it'll populate 44 days. So you do not want to type anything in this column. This is an auto-populated column. So do not type a number in here. I'm going to take a timeout from the demonstration and show you guys what happens when you type a number in here. So you can see this took 1,200 days to sell. Look at that. What a horrible item. If I type 1,200 days in here, all these other ones go away because the formula's gone, right? We don't want to type anything in this column, otherwise everything goes away. Second chance, can you add it as 1/8, but it'll notice the numbers? Right, yeah, so it goes back to what I was saying. If you're using the premium sheet and you want whatnot as part of it, it just becomes a platform, but all your numbers are going to be put together. If you want whatnot on its own, you've got to go with the creator sheet. Can't that cell be locked? I don't know, maybe. But then, I mean, that's sort of like, shouldn't every cell on here be locked, right? You just have to know not to type anything in there. Brian, if you click the link you can click my little face and then click my link tree. And the fourth link down is Jason Hayes' Etsy store. If you use David 2024, you're going to get 10% off. But there's three different tabs or choices to pick from, and the prices are all different. And you guys are staring at my golf clubs for no apparent reason. Sorry about that. It is actually a Google Sheet, Brian. It's not Excel. It's Google Sheet. I mean column. I mean tab. I mean this. I mean that. You could probably lock it yourself. I've never tried. Hannibal Collector, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm looking here. I'm not a Google Sheet expert, but I'm sure you could lock that column or do something to that column. It's a Google Sheet, but you can import it into Excel. Yes, that's the other thing. You can import it into Excel and use it as an Excel. I like using it as Google Sheets because then I can pull it up on any computer, any phone, any iPad, whatever you want. So like when I'm not down here, if I'm on my laptop up in my office, I can pull it up there, or you can pull it up on your phone too if you want to look something up. So that's one of the big benefits of having the Google Sheet. What else? What else, guys? No other questions? I like it. Well, hopefully you guys found this helpful. Like I said, I'll edit this video and post it up on YouTube and let you guys know when it's up there. I don't have Excel, that's why I asked. Yes, then yeah, you don't have to worry, Brian. It's a Google Sheet, super easy to use, operates almost the exact same way as Excel. Probably none until I use it. Yeah, and I get that. So you guys know I'm on every day at 1 p.m. Happy to answer any of the questions related to the sheet. I say it all the time, especially with the new year coming up. I know a lot of people are going to either have had the sheet this like through 2023, and they're going to be wanting to set up their 24 sheet. How do I do that, right? The big thing is carrying over your inventory, right? Super simple. We can copy and paste it over. And then the people who are buying the sheet for the very first time, it's usually this setting that up. I get it. You guys know where I am. I am happy to answer any questions. I'm a firm believer in this sheet. I talk about it pretty much every single day. So my days to sell stop working. I don't have any numbers in it. I must have hit something. Okay, so Goddess Wears. I'm going to tell you a trick. I'm actually going to do it right now, okay? Oh, there. Jason, do you want me to just show them the highlight everything and hit delete? Is that what you were going to do? Okay, Goddess, here you go. Let me show you. So oh, hang on, let me flip this. This is what you're gonna want to do, Goddess. So I'm gonna purposely do this. If you don't have, like, I'm gonna change this to 1200, right? You can see me manually changing this. So you probably don't see anything here. You're gonna scroll all the way up to the top, and you can see this has an error. What you're gonna do is basically highlight everything in this column, and I've got a ton. I need some like Super Mario music. All right, I'm gonna condense it down so that we don't have to sit here and watch. But you're gonna highlight that whole column, right, all the way down, and just hit the delete button, and it's gonna populate back in. That's all you have to do. So if you guys are, if this days to sell is blank, it's mean you did something in here. Literally just go through and highlight the whole column. Look, I'm going to highlight it right now and hit delete. You can't, the formulated numbers can't be deleted. So all it's going to delete is the number that you entered or the letter you entered in there by mistake. And by deleting everything, the formula should come back up. Hope that makes sense. cell because it has the formula. Everything below that. So I'm going to show you. I will show you. Okay, it worked. Awesome. So this is what we mean. Don't delete this mean. You will see the formula in there. Blah, 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 blah. If you go to the next one down, it's a number. There's no formula, right? So now if I go and manually hit 50 here, see how everything goes blank below it? This is going to say number reference. Don't delete that one. Delete everything below it, and your numbers will come back. Hey, quick question. Would you say that for each 100 listings, it's equivalent to $100? Rage Crew, I don't know what that means. What do you mean? Each 100 listings is equivalent to $100. I'm not following the question. Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay, awesome, Goddess. Hey, and there's Carol Ann. If you guys were on earlier when we were talking about the disclaimer and the taxes, there's Carol Ann, the tax lady, right there. You can go give her a follow. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? If not, you know what time it is? It's Echo Play Music time.